Hello everyone, welcome back. If you're planning to travel to Canada and want to know about the latest travel restrictions, then this video is for you. We'll be looking at all the entry requirements in detail. Also, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon so you get up to date with all my latest videos. I usually create videos about immigration in Canada, like applying for your permanent residence, applying for your post-graduation work permit. Also, informative videos like this one. So without any further ado, let's get right into this. So we'll be looking at the Government of Canada website, and whatever websites I'm visiting, I'll put the links in the video description below. So let's first look at the COVID-19 program delivery updates. So over here, there was some update on January 15 of this year. All foreign nationals must be fully vaccinated to enter Canada unless otherwise exempt. If you're fully vaccinated, we can just jump right into this page. COVID-19 vaccinated travelers entering Canada. So who is considered fully vaccinated? You should have received at least 2 doses of a vaccine that is accepted for travel, or a mix of accepted vaccines, or at least 1 dose of Johnson & Johnson vaccine. So what is accepted vaccine? What are those? So there's a list of vaccines that are accepted. Along with that, you're also required to have your final dose at least 15 calendar days before your travel. You should not have any COVID symptoms. So here's the summary of entry requirements that we'll be looking at. You need proof of vaccination that you'll be uploading in ArriveCan. Also, you'll be carrying that in your cell phone or maybe a hard copy video. Complete your ArriveCan submission and have ArriveCan receipt. Complete arrival test quarantine if selected. Monitor health symptoms for 14 days after entering to Canada, and if you have any symptoms, seek advice from local public health. So let's click on this right here and we'll go into details. So what are the pre-entry test requirements? Who needs a pre-entry test? All travelers 5 years of age or older must provide an accepted type of molecular test result. So if it's a negative test result, it should have been taken within 72 hours of your scheduled flight. If it's positive and you do not have any symptoms, you can provide that test result as long as it was taken at least 10 days before and no more than 180 days before entering Canada. So I'll be focusing on negative test results as I know most of you will be submitting this one. Let's also look at this tab right here. As we already discussed, the test should be taken 72 hours of the initial scheduled departure unless you have a connecting flight. Then the test must be taken 72 hours of the scheduled departure time of your final flight that lands in Canada. So let's take an example. Let's say you're traveling from India to Canada and you have a stopover in USA. So you should take the test within 72 hours of scheduled departure time of your final flight. So the final flight in this case will be from USA to Canada. So you can keep that in mind. If you have a direct flight, then you're good. And if your flight gets cancelled, delayed, you can read further in detail on this page. And what type of tests are accepted? You can see the list here and also right here. Rapid antigen tests are not accepted. Earlier, Canada was accepting the pre-departure COVID testing only from designated labs at the airport. Now that requirement was lifted. So now where can you go for the pre-departure COVID testing? So I was reading this news and I found this here. Canada now accepts results from any lab recognized by the Indian Council of Medical Research. So now you know the answer, where you get the COVID testing done from. Now, proof of results. The proof must include the following. your name and date of birth, name and address of the lab that administered the test, the date the test was taken, the type of test, and the test results. And you should keep the proof of your test results for 14 days. And this period begins when you land in Canada. So once you have your COVID-19 test results, you can go ahead and download ArriveCan app on your cell phone, or you can also do that on your computer. So this information on ArriveCan should be filled in within 72 hours before your arrival to Canada. So you'll be asked to create an account and upload some documents like proof of vaccination, COVID-19 test results, and answer some questions. You're also required to provide the quarantine plan on the ArriveCan. So this is going to be just an address where you'll be staying in case be selected for an arrival test that requires you to quarantine until you get a negative test results, or quarantine for 14 days if you don't meet the requirements of a fully vaccinated traveler. A suitable quarantine plan must be entered in ArriveCan. So you can assess your quarantine plan right here. You can answer these questions and you'll be able to know if your quarantine plan is suitable. So this is all you need for your departure, and let's look at what to expect once you arrive in Canada. So let's say you're traveling to Toronto and you have a stopover in Montreal. So the very first airport you're entering is Montreal. All the immigration, and if you're selected for a random COVID test, that will all be done at the very first airport you're entering in Canada. So if you're randomly selected for a COVID testing, you might be directed to testing service at the airport, and you'll be required to register with the testing service provider. So generally, whoever will be the service provider at the airport, you're gonna need to create an account on their website so you get the COVID test results online. And most travelers will be notified of their test results within 72 hours. Generally, Government of Canada recommends that we pre-register with their testing service provider before even arriving in Canada. This would save some time. So until you get your COVID test results, you'll be asked to quarantine. If you're provided with this self-swab kit, you should use the instructions in the kit to complete it within 24 hours of entering Canada and arrange for it to be picked up as directed in the kit. So all these instructions will be provided to you at the airport. So if your test result is negative, you can leave your quarantine. Follow the public health measures, wear mask when in public spaces for 14 days after entry, maintain a list of close contacts and locations you visit for your first 14 days in Canada. Monitor yourself for symptoms. Keep copies of your proof of vaccination and pre-arrival test for 14 days. Or if you're tested positive, you can follow these guidelines. So this information might be changed on a short notice, so you should check this website before your departure. So this is it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, have a good one.